In this lesson, we are going to multiply a whole number by a fraction. Imagine you have 3 packs of gum, and in each pack there's only 5/8 left. How many full packages are there? That is multiplication. Remember, multiplying is groups of. We have 3 groups of 5/8. Each grid below represents 1 package of 8 pieces, and I have 3 packages that have 5/8 in them. So I'm going to label 5/8 in each package. How many counters did I use in total? I have 15. This model represents 3 packages of 5/8 is 15. When you multiply a whole number by a fraction, all you do is multiply the whole number by the numerator. 3 times 5 is 15, and keep the same denominator. Now the question has asked, how many full packages are there? This is where our next step comes in. We're going to rearrange the 15 counters and replace them on the grids, and this time completely fill one grid before moving on to the next one. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 15 counters on there. The question asks, how many grids did I fill completely? 1. How many counters are only filling part of a grid? I have 7 out of 8. So 3 times 5/8 is 15/8, or 1 7/8 full packages of gum. We're going to do this again, but this time we're going to use a number line. Follow these instructions. We're going to multiply 4 times 2/3, meaning we have 4 groups of 2/3. So imagine having 4 packages of gum that are 2/3 full. First, we're going to draw an arrow that shows 2/3. My number line has 1, 2, at least 3 holes. And each part is separated into thirds because of my denominator. So this is 2/3. How many arrows do I need to represent 4 times 2/3? I need 4 because I have 4 groups. I'm going to draw some more arrows. 1 is drawn for me. There's my second arrow. There's my third arrow. And there's my 4th arrow. I have 4 groups of 2/3. 1/3, 2/3. Count the number of thirds the arrow represents. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 thirds. What is the end point of the arrows? 1, 2, and 2/3. To finish off the question, write the answer as an improper fraction and as a mixed number. 4 times 2 is 8. I keep the same denominator. To change that to a mixed number, how many times does 3 go into 8? It goes twice. 3 times 2 is 6. What's left over? 2. The answer is 2 and 2/3. Why can we write 3 times 5/8 as this? Multiplication is just repeated addition. 3 groups, 1, 2, and 3. How do I know that 7/3 equals 2 1/3? There are a number of ways. I can have these divided into thirds. If I label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have 2 and 1/3. Also, how many times does 3 go into 7? Twice. 2 times 3 is 6. I have 1 left over. I'm going to do 2 more practice questions with you, and then you're going to practice them on your own. We are going to write 5 times 3/4 as a repeated addition sentence. So you're going to add 3/4 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to model that on a number line. I have to have at least 5 wholes because I'm multiplying by 5. Each whole is divided into 4 sections. That's because of my denominator. So I'm going to go. There's my first set of 3/4. 1, 2, 3. There's my second set. There's my third set, fourth set, and my fifth set. The arrow stops here. How many fourths do I have? I have 15. So I'm going to complete the answer. 5 times 3 is 15, and I keep my same denominator. Now, as a mixed number, I can do it 2 ways. I can change my improper fraction, or I can just look at the number line. I know there are 3 wholes and another 3/4. How many times does 4 go into 15? It goes 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. There's 3 left over. The answer is 3 3/4. We're going to use the grid model to multiply 2 times 1/3. I have a group of 3 and a group of 3. I have 2 groups. I'm going to mark in 1/3 here and 1/3 here. How many thirds do I have altogether? I have 2 thirds. 2 times 1 is 3. Very simple. Next example. I'm going to multiply 3 times 3/4. Because I have 3 groups, 1, 2, 3. Because my denominator is 4, each group is divided into 4. So I'm going to put in 3/4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How many thirds do I have altogether? I have 9. Now I need to rearrange those to fill in all the grids. So I'm going to move this one up here, and I'll move that one up here. Now I see I have 1, 2 complete, and I have 1/4 left over. Now it is your turn to practice. You're going to do 2 questions, one with a number line and one with a grid. First, you're going to write 2 times 5/4 as a repeated addition sentence. Then you're going to use your number line to model that. You're going to draw 2 arrows that are 5/4 long. Then you're going to complete the answer here. Step B, you're going to do 6 times 3/5 as a repeated addition sentence, and then you're going to make a grid to model. To help you out, you're going to need 6 fraction strips, and each one will be divided into 5 sections. Then you're going to complete the question below as an improper fraction and a mixed number.